Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sports Talk Network channel. What I do is talk sports, but also to talk TV shows. As you can tell, I do have a playlist that simply does to say talking about TV shows. And then here specifically, I have playlists for each show that I do actual recaps and reviews. So here we go with the recap and review for Riverdale. Recap. There we go. Man. But yeah, there's a lot of beautiful women in this episode for sure. Betty, her actress, might see her in Playboy, and Veronica as well. Betty and Veronica, wasn't seen there, would be nice. But all beautiful women for sure. But moving right along, let's start here. Here we go. There's nothing like an active crime scene to bring a family together. Alice forbids Betty from calling the police, but the Cumberbatch currently waiting on their dining rug out of fear that she would be arrested. Alice doesn't want to involve her daughter in both literal and figurative mess. But when Hal calls to say he's coming over to pick up toiletries, it's all hands on deck to clean up the evidence, except for Chick, who trembles her fully in the corner. Betty is physically and emotionally exhausted by the time Jughead calls, just to say good night and I love you. She abruptly hangs up on him, and as her mom rushes her out of the house to dispose of the body, they leave Cumberbatch wrapped inside the dining room rug in an old sewer pipe in the woods. The next morning, Alice and Chick dine cheerfully on chocolate chip pancakes, but Betty is even more of a wreck in the daylight. She drops her bowl of cereal at the sound of someone knocking on the front door. It's Jughead, here to walk her to school. She reassures him that everything is just fine between them. It's just that she came home to drama, which is apparently a Riverdale euphemism for the person need clean up. The lodges have interrupted the arrival of General Pickens. They're doorstep of the Declaration of War. Drawing from her UN expertise, Veronica they tried with the serpents first. Jughead agrees on the condition that their negotiation be held at the trailer park, so that Hiram can see the faces of the people he's threatening to drive from their homes. In the meantime, Jughead confronts Mayor McCoy about the fact that the drive-in, Sunset High, and the trailer park are all on town land, and all being shut down for the ultimate benefit of the lodges. He correctly guesses they've been sending some shady donations her way, encouraging her to come clean now. At school, the news spreads that a body has been discovered. To Archie and Betty's simultaneous horror, or quiet horror, but the question is Cumberbatch. Nevertheless, Betty runs to Bathroom Obama. Cheryl finds her sitting on the floor and compassionately points out the stray pug on her collar. Veronica, too, is upset with her dad about both his possible ties to the gun murder and portraying Archie into the Marshall nightmare. Also, Archie does have a loud lady in charge of track of offering Archie cash and an envelope he never before discovers salary, and encourages him to get aggressive with the Hiram, which does not seem like a good idea. Archie does have a meeting with Lodge, but takes uncharacteristically smart tact, encouraging Hiram to give his daughter peace of mind, and so he does. When Veronica asks him outright if he had something to do with the murders, Hiram denies it. Smarts are apparently a zero-sum game in Riverdale. Betty makes an uncharacteristically stupid decision and visits Dump's corpse, fleeing with his ringing phone, having on Cumberbatch's text. Betty is curious to realize that he wasn't a customer of Chick's. Like her brother said, he was a drug dealer. Alice, who's more horrified than Betty, went back to the pipe, defends him, smiles, cries. Hiram and his arrive for a sit-down at the lodge trailer. As promised, Hiram offers to settle any back rent due for all the residents. As a gesture of goodwill, FP is happy to accept the peace offering. Until Hiram adds that he'd also like Jughead to keep the lodge name out of the expose they heard he's working on from Mayor McCoy. Deal off. It's not long before Veronica learns that her parents are at odds with McCoy over their desire to accelerate the announcement of their plans for Southside High to afford the mayor's re-election. She's threatening to expose them, so they've decided to get her out of a sort of convenient scandal. Tim Lodge is not well aware of her relationship with Keller. When he sneaks up to see her good old pal Josie's mom, they're celebrating to control the narrative. Next thing we know, the soon-to-be former mayor is announcing on camera that she's stepping down to spend more time with her family. They certainly have an inkling of Veronica maybe behind this unexpected development, but when Ashley and Bella, come on. But Archie tells Adams that he believes Lodge is in fact innocent and mentions that there was bad blood and $86,000 owed between her and Lenny. I detail of Archie's own investigation. But soon Archie finds his dad sitting down with a supposed FBI agent who acts as if they're never met. Fred has been told that the FBI is investigating undocumented laborers from Canada, and he's left stressing over the years of potential incriminating files they're demanding of him. This is, of course, a threat on Adams' part. He tells Archie that he knows he was lying about the connection, and now that he's been compromised, the only value he's left in the FBI is if he planted in Hiram's office. Meanwhile, Betty can't handle the whole murder cover up anymore, so she tells Jughead what happened. Then, just then, a meter maid stops by to ask extremely suspicious beat-up car parked near the house, which somehow no one has ever noticed. Thinking Jughead says, off asking how our car. Jughead, for the record, is good book. Betty and Jughead jump the car, and the phone what appears to be Sweetwater River. But then again, I wouldn't put it past Riverdale. There are multiple creepy murder adjacent bodies of one. Or Arthur's house, Cheryl is disgusted to spy Al Cooper creeping around, and doubly more so when Penelope explains he isn't a client. What's happening between them is apparently real. What if this was Betty Sycamore? Comes home to the house, out of the chicken. This must seem amazing. Something funny going on. Why does the house wait for Betty's loyalty, but she did not lie with her father? If he doesn't shut up and back off, she says she'll call Alice and tell her about Penelope. That seems to be the truth. Act up against the wall, Archie tells Lodge the truth. The FBI approaches him about becoming a mole. He didn't tell them anything, and he smashed the bug they gave him. But he now has to turn his inspiration to FP, and he agrees to help. After digging Cumberland a proper grave and dumping over his remains, FP meets up with Alice, Betty, and Jughead at Pops. But what I'm to interpret as a double date. We take care of our own. FP reminds Alice, taking her hand, I hope. The Lodge's driver picks up Archie and proceeds to give off a set of signals that can only be read as you are about to be executed. As promised, the boss is waiting when Archie is dropped off in a remote menacing cliff overlooking Whitewater. But the boss isn't Hiram, it's Hermione. I'd be a little more excited about this reveal if it felt consistent with Hermione's behavior while her husband was in prison last season, which I don't believe it does. But sure, congrats. She lead in. Hermione reveals that the supposed FBI agent Adams was in fact not at all an FBI agent Adams. He's merely an associate she enlisted to test Archie's loyalty. And he passed the test. Welcome to the family, Archie, she says. And there you go. Dun. That being the end of that episode. Moving on forward. Great episode. So looking forward to seeing how things move on from there. I thank everybody that did watch this live, watch it, or otherwise. I do greatly appreciate it. Welcome to smash that like button. Like I said, I sure hope to be on camera again. Have my battle buddy, Blue Snowball microphone with me. As we move on and continuously talk about this great show that is Riverdale. Here, finishing up with season 2. Hope you have a great rest of your Friday and your weekend as well. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on this episode, specifically the show, your favorite character. My favorite character, besides all the females, them Playboy and themselves. My favorite character probably will be Betty. Everybody otherwise. But either way, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, weekend, and otherwise, I'll be back Monday with my same lineup as always, 6 videos per week. But as always, take care.